My name is Mike, and I'm a tutor at the San Jose State University's Writing Center. Today, we're going to talk about deconstructing writing assignment prompts. In today's video workshop, you will analyze an essay prompt, identify thinking verbs in the prompt, create a detailed diagram of each thinking verb, and use diagrams to organize your ideas in preparation for the next step in the writing process. An essay prompt provides you with a clear understanding of what is expected. Not only will the prompt provide you with the requirements, but it may also give recommendations on main points, supporting details, and concluding options. By understanding what an essay prompt is asking, you can write a more coherent, unified, and organized essay. Here are a few questions to get us thinking about deconstructing the prompts that our professors assign to us. Have you ever had trouble understanding how to respond to an essay prompt that was assigned to you? You're not alone. Prompts can be complex with multiple parts. We're here to explore how to break down a prompt into smaller pieces to help us better understand it. As you will see many prompts in your college career, the practice of breaking prompts down is worthwhile. Should you answer a prompt that you don't understand? Answering a prompt that you don't understand can help you get some ideas, but your answer may be incorrect or you may not answer the question at all. So in this video, we will identify keywords in the prompt and define them to better understand the prompt as a whole. If you ever find a word in a prompt that you don't understand, there's no shame in looking up the definition. I even encounter challenging words in some of my prompts. To help guide us through the process of understanding our prompts, the most direct thing we can do is identify the thinking verbs in the prompt. Thinking verbs are any verbs that might involve some kind of thinking action. We can then break the thinking verbs down into visual representations. Let's try this on the next slide. I will give you a prompt, and I want you to identify all the verbs that might involve some kind of thinking action. You can now pause the video here and note down the verbs you identified. Great job. There are three main thinking verbs in the prompt that we will focus on today: describe, illustrate, and support. Describe means to give detailed information about something. Illustrate means to make clear by giving or by serving as an example or instance. Support means to use evidence to make more certain. After finding and defining the thinking verbs, we can now begin diagramming them. It may sound funny to think that drawing will help us write better, but diagrams and graphics can actually help us understand and organize our ideas better because we can see it in a different way. Describe depicts the different kinds of information you might include in order to describe something. Illustrate provides a way for you to pull examples from their sources to demonstrate an idea. Support provides a way for you to use evidence to prove a point. Let's take a deep dive into one of these verbs to see how diagramming works. We will use our first thinking verb, describe. The simplest way to describe something is to answer the WH questions. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. In the following article sample, let's try to get the information needed to describe the main ideas in the article, which will include the WH questions. Some questions might not be answered because the article does not provide the details. The following article sample is broken into 3 parts. So you will pause the video at the beginning of each part, read the article part, and identify information you can put into your diagram. Once you've done that, you can continue the video and we will compare information that we identified. The article is Can Science Cure Aging by Derek Thompson. Pause now. Read the first part of the article and identify answers to the WH questions. Great! Some important information here is David Sinclair and Harvard Medical School. David Sinclair answers who, and Harvard Medical School answers where. Pause now. Read the second part of the article and identify answers to the WH questions. Fantastic. Some important information here is quality of life extension, and protecting the brain from aging. Quality of life extension and life extension answer why. Protecting the brain from aging answers how. Pause now. Read the third part of the article and identify answers to the WH questions. Nice. Some important information here is Justin Sanchez, DARPA, and direct neural interface technology. Justin Sanchez answers who, DARPA answers where, and direct neural interface technology answers how. So now your diagram should look like this. There was no information about when in the article, so it does not need to be included. One thing I want to highlight is that not all the information in the article is needed to fill out the describe diagram. Some parts of a diagram might not need more detail, or more detail might not be available. For example, the article did not provide when the study was done, so we do not need to address it. The information you identified will help you write a more coherent, unified, and organized essay as you continue the writing process. If the entire article was provided, you would also diagram, illustrate, and support. However, it is not necessary for this video. Understand that you will encounter some of the same or other thinking verbs, and each diagram will include different information. Seen here, you will look for quotes to illustrate and evidence to support. With your diagrams, describe the main ideas in the article. Take a position on the issue, and then choose quotes or ideas from the article to support and illustrate your position. We have now come to review what we did in this video. First, we analyzed an essay prompt. Second, identified thinking verbs in a prompt. Third, we created a detailed diagram. And last, we used diagrams to organize your ideas in preparation for the next step in the writing process. Thank you for watching. I hope this video on deconstructing the prompt will prove helpful for your next writing project. For more information, you can visit the SJSU Writing Center's website, blog, and social media. Good luck on your writing process!